Sometimes we're the first money in. We have to minimize our risk, meaning don't lose money. Okay? And the reason we don't lose money is because it's our money. Okay? Normally, I don't go get money from investment funds that are like the pension funds are money that's coming from taxpayers. The capital we use is capital from our own pockets as well as capitals from our friends. And losing is not an option. We refuse to lose money. Okay, some other things about how we're unique. Probably the most important thing is number 4, the hands-on approach that we have. We're extremely hands-on. If we cannot be involved in the companies, we will not invest. If we can't open doors for you, we will not invest. If we don't know who's going to buy you down the road, we won't invest. If we don't think that you're thinking the right way, we won't invest. If we don't believe your family is with you, we won't invest. Okay? These are very important things because the hardest thing that you probably will ever do is try to become an entrepreneur. I can't tell you how many physicians that I know that try to become entrepreneurs that tell me later, it was easier going to medical school than trying to become an entrepreneur. In medical school, there were direct books I could read, there was a direct outcome of everything I did, but as an entrepreneur, there are no rules, and I have to figure it out everywhere I go. Some more information down there that you can read. These slides are available to you if you want later on. A little history on us. You know us as Innovateur Capital, but behind us is another company called Angel Strategies. I've been the managing partner of Angel Strategies for 10 years. It's a 10-year-old, probably the largest angel group in the world. It has 226 investors. Each investor puts in $1 million, myself included. The $226 million is what we have to invest every year into the economy. As a result, we've been averaging 12 times our money. Okay? I will tell you that that has outscored almost every other venture fund and angel group in the United States, maybe in the world, in what we've done. We have never disclosed these numbers until last year, as we started to now break off with some new venture funds under the name of Innovateur. An internal rate of return of 60% is virtually unheard of. This is 12 times our money, meaning that sometimes we got 30 times our money back. We did that with a company called Broadcom. Many of you are familiar with it. They're one of the big chip developers in the world. We made 6 billionaires in Orange County at Broadcom, as well as at JetBlue Airlines, which is one of the big airlines in the United States. We have 126 companies, and so far to date, actually that number is going up. We're probably exiting now up to 1/3 of our portfolio. The most important thing, the most thing that I'm happy about is not one of these companies has failed. They are all there. Either they're just making money but have not sold, they're there, okay? We kind of believe that it's like children. We don't want to lose any children or leave any children behind. This is who I am if you want to learn more about me. I've got 21 years as an investor. I sold my first company when I was 28 years old. I sold it to a major medical company. I've been investing ever since, mostly in the Silicon Valley. I've been on many boards of directors for nonprofits as well as profit companies. I've recently been asked to be on the board of directors of General Motors, which I declined. And then I probably shouldn't share the other thing. I won't share that. But recently, even something very high level here in Sweden, which I've refused. My biggest thing is to be able to find the next big thing. That's the key, and that's why I do what I do. I'm always trying to find out what's next, what's next, what's next. I really am an entrepreneur. All the people around us are entrepreneurs that happen to be investors. We're not investors that trained in financial services and then came into the financial world. We're actually entrepreneurs. I have over 30 startups of my own that I've exited. One of our other partners in the United States is Armin Petrosian, who was said to be here but is not. The other Armin is here. This Armin has probably one of the best experiences ever with Google. He is one of the extreme marketers in the internet. He is ranked at roughly around number 10 globally in terms of being able to market companies through Google. Remember that. Why would I bring on as a partner someone who has such a huge internet marketing background? Well, because the world is going in that direction. Obviously, many of our companies, whether they're a biotech company or a stem cell company or whether they're a social networking company, they all need a presence on the web. Today's web presences are totally different than they used to be in the past. When you built a site in the past, you just threw your names up there and you put documentation up. Today, these websites have to build around a marketing plan for you to be able to sell on that web even if it's just, you're not even selling them, you're selling your concept. This is Armin Najemian. He's sitting here today. Armin has a master's in finance. He's a tax expert, also an accountant in the United States. Has bought and sold his own accounting practices. Has been an angel investor with me previously. Phenomenally talented individual. Still a very young man. I don't think he's even 28 years old, and he's a full partner with me in our firm. I skipped Göran. Obviously, you've met Göran here. Göran is one of our partners in our Nordic fund, and I think you heard him speak. One of the things we like about him is obviously he's got one foot in Sweden and one foot in the United States, and really understands both markets. One of the things you should know about me is, on a personal level, I've been married to a Swedish woman for the last 13 years, who happens to be families up here in Glumslav. I've been coming here for 13 years. I've been making angel investments for several years during that time. I own some of the businesses here locally, and I realized that probably this is one of the most innovative places in the world, second to none. I've been to Israel, I've been to China, I've been to many other places. This is probably one of the most innovative places, but as Göran mentioned, the innovation gets stuck here. Most entrepreneurs here believe that they're going to create something, it's going to be perfect, and then we get it out. In the United States, we create something, we get it out as fast as we can because the market tells us how to make it perfect. And if you're not getting out into the market right away, you're blowing it. A day is a week is a month is a year in the time frame of an entrepreneur. So urgency is something that is very lacking here. We hope to push that hard through the Scandinavian markets to say, you need to move fast. Otherwise, I tell you. I'll give you an example. Years ago, when I used to read business plans, we no longer read business plans. We haven't read a business plan in years. So anybody that's talking to you about trying to get money, you're seeing a huge wave of people getting away from business plans and just say, give me the facts, give me a form to fill out, I'll look at that, and then I'll tell you whether or not there's an opportunity. But years ago, when we read business plans in the Silicon Valley, I used to get a plan from one part of the world and it looked great, and I tell my partners, take a look at this plan, let's keep an eye on it because it looks good. And about 4 months later, I'd get another plan identical to it from another part of the world. Let's say the first one was from Sri Lanka and the other one was from Mexico. And I'm saying, wow, look at these people are making conclusions roughly at the same time. And over a period of years, I may have seen 6 business plans from all different parts of the world that look just like each other. Guess what? Today, those business plans show up all within 2 weeks from all over the world. Information is totally available to everybody. We're all as smart as everyone else in the world. No one's smarter than anyone else. Yes, you have some people with IQs that are better than others and people that are better tinkerers, but in the world, we're pretty much equal. What makes the difference is not the creation, it's the execution, the ability to get it out. Okay? And I think that's where the urgency comes in. If you're creating something, you think you have something good, forget it. So there's someone probably in Sri Lanka that has it just as good as you, and the difference is how fast they can get to the market. Okay, so what are VCs looking for today? That's really the topic, okay? Well, first of all, we're looking for savvy entrepreneurs. That's what I've been talking about. Entrepreneurs that know a lot about a lot, okay? That can get up to speed very quickly, that can compete. Okay? Compete in the world markets. The team is everything, as I mentioned, urgency is really key. You have to know what you're doing. For example, I think some of you have seen this slide before. In every country I've been in, there is usually a big gap when it comes to looking for money. Okay? This is a slide that shows you value and time. Here are where you started at the very beginning, the idea phase, and then maybe you got some money from angels, in your case maybe from the government to help you get started. And then there's this huge gap in capital after that, and then the traditional venture capitalists and banks and everything else. If you're looking for money in this space, and you come to me and you tell me, like in the United States, that you need $2 million, $2 million is in the venture capital space, in this space here. So immediately I know you don't know what you're doing. Just by the fact that you told me you're looking for $2 million, that tells me you're a rookie, okay? And by being a rookie is, guess what? I'm investing in savvy entrepreneurs. So immediately you lose, okay? If you don't know that, you've blown it. Okay, so if the team is everything, what's next? Scalable business models, okay? Do you know what scalability is? You make one and you sell many, okay? Why does manufacturing not work today? Because you make one and you make another one and you make another one, then you push it through distribution and maybe another distribution, and then finally it gets to the customer and you have salespeople all along the ride. It's a nasty model to make a lot of money very quickly.